Getting back to our channel is what he's meant to say.
Today's video is a bit different. We're going to inject some positivity into your lives because of all this news, and it's always bad news. So we scoured the internet and we looked for some of the most interesting or some of the most heartfelt news articles there were. So we're just going to share them with you and probably give our opinion on them.
Yeah? Do you want to kick it off?
This one I've called Don't Kink Shame This Act of Kindness. You'll find out. So an online fetish site named MedFet UK donated all of their scrubs that they would sell for those with a particular love for the medical industry. They donated them all to the NHS for free of charge. Now, that is both funny and lovely at the same time.
Yeah.
So obviously everything that's going on, the NHS had a shortage, so they just donated them all. Hopefully unused. I mean...
It would be extremely weird if they were used.
You put a whole new meaning to it.
No, I do think that is really nice because like the NHS has been really struggling.
Yeah.
And at the minute they need all the help they can get, so that is really nice. The story that I found was that 2 black British authors were the very first black British women to reach the top charts of their book sales. This was after the whole BLM protests, and I just think that's really positive because I don't know why it's taken so long for like women of colour to reach the top.
One was non-fiction paperback.
Yeah,
the other one was fiction,
non-fiction and the other one was fiction, and they were the first ever women to hit that.
It's pretty good.
And I think that's really good, and it's positive considering what's going on in the world, and I think it's amazing, and it's about time that it happened.
It just goes to show that these people are protesting. It seems to be working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
I like this one. I titled this one "Looking for the Perfect Playlist." Is it Paul? Yeah. I like the title, man, because I think I'm funny. So back in January, following a survey Spotify done where they found 71% of pet owners left music on for their pets. So Spotify then released playlists and podcasts specifically for pets. So you can pick what type of pet you have. I think it was iguana, dog, cat, hamster, bird. I think those were the ones. And then you pick the sort of vibe from the music by what sort of personality your pet had. So is it shy, is it playful, is it hyper, that sort of thing. And it'll bring up a list of like playlists of music to leave on for you, for you to leave on for your pet. Which I thought was pretty cool. I mean, like 71% of all pet owners, which is, you got to think it's a lot of pets.
Yeah.
Leave the music on, and now they've got specific genres and stuff for the pets.
That is really cute.
I
can imagine it for like obviously because I know all pets are different. Some pets it would really help because some pets get really anxious being left alone.
Here's a little fun tidbit for you. Apparently, I think it was dogs. It said prefer classical or classic rock.
How interesting!
That's why I love dogs.
Imagine Dolly listening to classic rock. Wouldn't happen.
She gets scared.
Oh, right, so this is my favourite story that I came across when I was doing my research. Britain's loneliest dog is a Border Collie. Finally found its forever home. And it had been in a chance animal rescue in Kent
For how long?
for 10 years.
Jesus.
And it was after, when it was very young, it had an accident. It was a car crash.
Was it driving?
Well, no, but
Because
obviously...
no one crashed. No opposable thumbs.
So it was, obviously it got hit by a car and its owners just couldn't take care of it anymore. So it had been in and out of adoption centres, adoption homes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it just kept getting brought back to the one in Kent. And it finally found its forever home. And it had been there for 10 years and it's the most beautiful dog. Oh, it's puppy dog eyes, it's amazing. I just thought that was really positive because I know a lot of people like pets.
It's funny how I followed mine as well.
I know.
I titled this one "Fancy a Howl."
You clearly fancy a howl.
Oh, I find myself so funny. Oh, when I was reading up, I found out that over 500,000 people worldwide are howling like a dog or a wolf at 8 p.m. on a night. So basically, there's this Facebook group called Go Outside and Howl at 8 p.m. It's just a way for those that have lockdown to let off some frustration.
Just to clarify, this is a weird story, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's funny and it's hilarious. People will be thinking, what is going on?
Yeah, it's just a way for them to let off like the lockdown steam they have.
Alright. Might do that tonight.
Yeah, imagine though, like 500,000 people are united in like a vocal display. Be crazy. It would be weird if you were the only person in your estate doing it though.
Well, I can imagine. We would be the only people in my estate doing that.
Oh, shut up.
People would only come out to look at what the hell we were doing.
Mm-hmm. They might join in.
And probably like ring for help.
They might join in. So yeah, I found that one quite cool. I know we clapped for the NHS and that, but I never howled for them. But if that's what you do, that's how you need to let off steam. I mean,
Exactly.
I just eat.
Yeah. I mean, everyone's got their own ways of letting off their steam, haven't they? So I found another weird story. And when I researched this, believe me when I say this, I howled.
Well, 8 p.m.
Like, it really tickled us. Like, really, really tickled us. So there is a football club in South Korea. And obviously with the whole pandemic going on, they're not allowed fans when they're playing football and stuff. So this football club had to say sorry to like everybody for accidentally
I didn't know the story, but I'm putting that already.
accidentally using sex dolls
What?
to replace the fans in an empty football ground. So obviously
Ooh.
the club manager had came forward and apologised because obviously they got a lot of backlash from it, and said that there'd been like a mix up from their supplier.
Right.
So the supplier provides both sex dolls and like clothing mannequins, and obviously they'd been sent the wrong thing. So the club confirmed that they were not used for like sexual use.
Before or after?
But there was
Hopefully.
photos, and once again I'll put a photo in to show you. The sex dolls were sitting there holding signs. And it was just really bizarre because supporters of the football team were commenting and tweeting saying like, you can tell it's a sex doll because of how big their boobs are. So they've got extremely large boobs, and obviously you've probably all seen a clothing mannequin. They don't tend to have big massive boobs. So yeah,
My head hurts from laughing.
I had an accident. I mean, I had to say sorry because of the accident. But it was just really funny because I was just like, how can that happen? Like, what? Why?
I wouldn't even apologise. I'd be like, good joke on it, lads.
But yeah, it was really interesting and really weird. But it's positive because it really made us laugh, and hopefully it makes you laugh too.
It'd be laugh. My head actually hurts. Ooh. Yeah, I've titled this one, I Love This Story, because I just think it's so heartwarming. I think it's brilliant. I think it's needed. So, like, as the world's becoming more attentive and aware that people's mental health is so important, which it is. It's such a big thing, and you carry it around with you for your life. Researchers at Johns Hopkins University have offered a free online psychological first aid course.
Right, and what does that do?
So basically, it's on Coursera is where it is on the internet, and it's it's literally a college course that talks you through psychological welfare. So it's everything from like reflective listening to things like responding and prioritising to life-threatening situations. And it's a course you can choose. I think it's 30 minutes to 2 hours, like per lesson, and goes on for 5 weeks. It's like a full course, and it's run by Dr. George S. Everly. He's an expert in psychology, and I just think that with everything that's happening now in the world, and how much mental health impacts people's lives, like, to understand how to learn how to help someone.
Yeah.
I just think that is fantastic. It's needed.
It is. It's really needed, and I think like the creator of that
I think it's beautiful,
amazing, and it will hopefully help a lot of people.
What I'll do is I'll put the link in our description of this video, so if anyone ever wants to go on, if you're looking for something to do, no matter what, it's 30 minutes to 2 hours a day, and you could potentially save someone you love's life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'll probably do it. I say probably, I will do it, because I think that's fantastic. Just, well done, guys, you know what I mean? Like, you didn't look for money there, all you wanted there was people's well-being. Like,
to be okay.
I'll go out at 8 PM and howl for you tonight.
So another weird story of mine, well, not of mine, but that I found was...
It's your story, is it?
It's my personal story. No, it's not. I'm only joking. There was a man in Vienna.
So it is about you.
There was a man in Vienna that got fined £450.
Is that obviously conversion?
Yeah, conversion.
Right, cool.
Conversion. Got fined £450 for
I'm laughing already.
provocatively farting in front of police officers.
How do you provocatively fart at someone?
He was punished for offending public indecency. So, like, obviously, people were like, why? Like, you only farted, do you know what I mean? So, the Austrian police actually made a statement and said that, like, he was behaving inappropriately. And they also said that he was being uncooperative. So, like, he wasn't listening to them and stuff. Apparently, the man had been sitting on a park bench and he got up, walked towards and literally, in this officer's words, had a massive intestinal wound, apparently with full intent. And all I kept thinking of was, what? Like, imagine just walking up to a police officer and pretty much having the biggest, loudest, most disgusting fart and getting fined £450 for it.
I accidentally do loud farts sometimes. Like, do you know when they just like fall out and you're like, oh, that was me? Like, could you imagine if he was just like, I was just walking past them and it just fell out?
But the reason they said, like, obviously the reason they fined him is because he was sitting on a bench though, and he literally stood up, looked at them and walked directly towards them.
But what is he not just heading that way anyway?
No idea.
Maybe he was heading to the toilet.
But
maybe he needed a big poo.
Imagine all you needed was a fart and you got fined £450. I'd be devastated. I'd never want to fart again.
It's the most expensive fart in the world. Like, that's your title for yours. Most expensive fart in the world. That's the headline for the story.
Literally.
Oh,
I found that one also really funny.
I'll be knackered. Like,
you would get fined about $3,000 a day.
Oh, I would be getting some loan sharks breaking my knees. There's one more that I found, and it's a good thing, but at the same time, it should have always been a thing.
Right.
So apparently, I don't know how true it is. With all news stories, there's always an element of maybe it's just blown up a bit more than it is.
Yeah.
Apparently, by the year 2021, all feminine hygiene products will be tax-free. No VAT on them. Which, in my opinion, they should all be free anyway, because women, well, you don't choose to need them, do you know what I mean?
No, so like obviously it is a really positive news
It's a
report.
good step.
It's a good step, and it's a really good step. Like, VAT shouldn't be a thing on them anyways. Like, they're already expensive enough. Which is it is a positive thing, but at the same time, I'm still like, they should be free anyways.
100%.
All the products should be free.
Even if it was just for school-age kids who are just learning about what all this stuff is, because at school age you could go get condoms for free.
Yeah, you can.
So why can't...
And that's a choice, do you know what I mean?
Exactly, so why can't a woman who doesn't choose to need these products have to pay, and then on top of that, pay VAT for them? Like,
yeah. Not even school kids, all women.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, all women should, but even if they start with...
Yeah, definitely.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you got your health advisor, they go, yes, we have these, try these and these, like... But it is a positive first step to where it should be.
It is a positive first step, and I'm glad, because I never thought I'd see the day where anyone would even listen to all the protests, not the protests, sorry, all the petitions and stuff that was going on.
But it's only right, in my opinion. It's only right.
It is.
I'd say I'm a feminist, though.
You are.
I am.
Just like me. No?
Yeah. I'm like Terry
I'm
Crews.
a feminist as in, like, I want equality, though. I'm not like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm not a
course.
feminist as in, like, women need to be better than men. Like,
Well, controversial
like-
opinion, but women are better than men.
no, like, I'm a feminism as in, like, everyone should be treated equal, men and women. But yeah, like, we just wanted to provide you with some positive news,
Yeah.
because
We've all we've seen in the media recently is just bad. Even looking for good news stories, it was a struggle to find good
it
ones.
was, and it's a shame.
Because it's just, the world's just full of bad news. So if you do enjoy this sort of thing, leave a comment, like the video, just tell us, and we'll do more. We'll do research. Maybe, I don't know, however much you want it, we will do the research, and we will put these good news videos out for you.
Because we've really enjoyed doing it, and like, I've like been speaking to Johnny, and like, we've both just said like how negative the world is at the minute. And for me, like me speaking from like personally, I already deal with a lot of stuff, so like seeing negative news just so awful. So when we were researching, it was so positive to see some of the stories, like the bit about the dog. It really cheered me up. I was like, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it takes one little bit of good news to really like make your day.
Yeah.
So that's why we definitely wanted to do a video like this, just to push some positivity towards everybody and make everybody feel a bit better.
Like, there's some unsung heroes in the world that don't get the recognition they deserve because the media would rather put out vile. It's not fun for anyone.
Yeah.
So if you do like this video, tell us, we'll do more. We will sit and research, we'll do all the research for you, and we'll just put our own little spin on it like we have today. We'll have a little discussion about it, we'll have a laugh.
I do just want to say as well, with all the positive news that we've just shared, a massive congratulations to everybody that has received their final grades for
Yep, well done, everyone.
university. Graduates 2020.
Hope you get what hope you get what you wanted, and hopefully we'll have a graduation. Hopefully
Yes.
everyone in this situation will have a graduation.
And as long as you've done your best, that's all you can ever do.
Exactly.
So, well done, guys. You're all amazing.
Look forward to the future, man.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
See what happens.
So we'll leave you with this. Be kind
Stay strong.
and love yourself.